would gladly lead the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my... legs are stiff as boards.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen? Employ it to our advantage.
Greetings, Sir Arisen. Have you found the second volume of On the Transference of Souls, perchance? Fortune smiles upon me at last. With this, my shop's prosperity is all but assured. Thank you, Sir Arisen. Oh, thank you. Perhaps you'd care to join me. Come, bear witness to this momentous occasion.
We ought to follow close behind.
What business have you here?
We pawns cannot set foot in Batal without feeling the people's contempt for us.
Take heart, for we are fulfilling our duty at the Arisen side. We have naught to be ashamed of.
This is it. This is the moment I've been preparing for.
Dear, is this truly safe? I'm afeard of what's to come.
Have faith, my darling. All is well. You need only stand there and watch.
Father, you don't need to do this. I'm happy with our life as 'tis now.
'Tis good to hear you say that, my daughter. But I've come too far. I must see this through. I believe I need only... Ha! Did I? Did I do it? All appears a failure then. Ah well, I suppose our fortunes were ne'er likely to turn so easily. I've learned my lesson. No more of this grimoire nonsense for me. I'll settle for being a humble apothecary after all. My dears, can you forgive me for my foolishness?
Oh, Isaac.
You two had the right of it all along. I ne'er should have chased after a silly dream like this.
Father, I shouldn't have complained. I know you do your best for us. You always have.
Enough of that now. You've naught to apologize for. 'Tis a father's duty to provide for his children. I only wish I could give you more. You have my gratitude, Sir Arisen. Though I failed in my quest, I've learnt much. And from this moment forth, I'll be focusing my energies on naught but my trade. I hope I can count on your continued patronage, sir.
So this is the conclusion that awaits if Sir Isaac is given a forgery. My own master gave him the genuine article.
Are you quite certain of that?
When all's said and done, I'm quite glad my experiment failed. Though I wish I knew why it did. Alas, such things are best forgotten. In fact, methinks you ought take this grimoire off my hands, sir. No sense in my holding on to it.
My husband has returned to work with renewed vigor. 'Tis good to have him back to his old self. He'll have all the support we can give. We're family, after all.
I wonder if we would have been wealthy had the experiment succeeded. Suppose it could have gone either way, really. Mayhap I should just be grateful nothing untoward came of it.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look? We must rest, though the sun is... Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Where ought we to go now?
That old fool wouldn't last a day.
Got to keep moving.
Sometimes all you need is a moment to think.
If you look at my wares. I can't play.
We've naught to discuss.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
Hoy, looking to change your vocation, perchance? No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've Naught to lose, and you might even make a new discovery.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Look as long as you please. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant. That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't.
I'll be here, but standing still is harder than it looks, you know.
Now,
What is the meaning of this, Arisen?
riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Tad rowdy, but I shan't complain.
Got to press on. There's much news to the feeling is
Sight.
Rules at your neck. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
All the best tales come from travelers at the inn.
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
All this patrolling does a number on
As
my
long as I
shoulders.
have my elf, I shan't complain.
Death comes for me next.
Dead on am sure.
a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done, if the gracious hand is to continue to function.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out. Tell no other soul of this, but the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeard of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress, but alas, it would seem it was not to be.
Let me get that.
Much to do yet. I've just remembered. I've somewhere to be.
I'll take any tenants unprepared. Anyone interested in my wares? Got to work if I'm to put the bread on the table. Go on, have a look. Careless fools.
Just be sure you mind your manners.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Interested in my wares? A tad rowdy. Plenty of gossip. This ain't my problem. Tomorrow will be no different.
Someone to talk to. I've just remembered. I've somewhere to be.
Time to be heading.
It isn't the dragon, but these pests what worry me.
I'd sooner stay out of battle where it possible.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.